Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and the task today is to find the inverse of this expression, x squared plus 5x plus 6. And below that I've just written the question, do we have a problem? This is potentially the problem. Everybody knows that when you go to create an inverse of a function involving x and y, that what you do is you swap the positions of x and y. And if we do that here, we wind up with y in two positions. We've got a y squared and we've got a 5y. We need to do something about that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start from the beginning again. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So just so that you can see clearly what's going on here, that's what I've got. And those of you who've seen other videos in this playlist concerning an inverse will recognize where this is going. Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the square on the right-hand side of this equation. So let's do that. I'm going to give myself some room. Again, x squared plus 5x plus 5 over 2 all squared. Now 5 over 2 is 25 over 4, which equals 6 1/4. And because I've added that to this side, I'm going to subtract it from sorry, I've got to add it, rather, to this side. I've added it to this side, I have to add it to this side. I'm going to do so as a mixed numeral. So you can see where this is heading. This is getting considerably simpler. Y plus 1/4, negative 6 plus 6 1/4, equals x plus 5 on 2 all squared. Now at this point I think I'm ready to swap x and y. I could have done this at any stage. It really doesn't matter. I could have done it. I could have left this. I could have subtracted 6 from x. I could have completed the square for y. I would have wound up where I will get to eventually. It makes no difference. But now I'm just going to do this with one little change. You see that the denominator here is 4. I'm going to make the denominator here 4, just in case I need to do something with it. Okay, so what we've got is we've got x plus 1/4 equals y plus 10 over 4, which is 5 over 2, same thing, all squared. Now, the next thing to do is to take the square root of each side. So we'll get some room and we will do that. Plus or minus, because we want to get rid of this square sign here. X plus 1 over 4 equals y plus 10 over 4. There we go. There probably, as it turns out, is not much value in having converted that, but I like to keep my denominators the same as much as I can in case I do need to operate on them. Anyway, so what do we get? Well, we've got to subtract this from both sides. So what we're going to wind up with, I'll go back to 5 over 2 because there seems to be no utility in using this. That's negative 5, because we are subtracting, plus or minus the square root of x plus 1 over 4 all over 2. And that is the inverse of y equals x squared plus 5x plus 6, which is what you saw up the top here. Now, we can maybe tidy this up a little bit more. If you don't like having fractions in here, we can do the following. Y equals negative 5 plus or minus 4x plus 1 all over 2. These are the same. I'll just set about proving this. X plus 1 over 4 equals 0. 4x plus 1 equals 0. X equals negative 1 over 4. I hope that makes sense. We just move that over there. 4x equals negative 1. X equals negative 1 over 4. Same thing. Okay, so that is how you find the inverse of what is a seemingly rather intractable problem. And the secret is, such as there is a secret, to complete the square on the right-hand side. If you need to remove a constant, do so. Put it on the left-hand side of the equation as I've done. You can, at any time you want, swap x and y. I chose to wait until I got down here. You don't need to do that. And from there, it's just a matter of sorting your way through a tiny bit of algebra. Don't be distracted by what I did here. I just did it in case I was going to get a set of common denominators that I could get rid of, but as it turns out, that's not the case. So it's just a precaution, and it's one that I like to take when I'm working with fractions. The rest of it is simply taking this and turning it into this, the net result of which is no change whatsoever, because in each case x will equal negative 1 over 4. Okay, well, I hope that was useful and informative. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.